Okay, so we're just going to take a look at the embedded team chat feature for Dynamics 365. This feature is basically going to help increase collaboration between teams, and it will save you time having to switch between multiple apps. I'm just going to start with showing you how we set this up. So if you're in Sales Hub, you would click on the chat and collaborate option on the left, and equally if you're in sort of Customer Service Hub, you would scroll down under Service Management. You can see over here we've got Microsoft Teams integration collaboration, and this is basically it. So what you'll see when you're in here is the ability just to turn all of these features on. You know, you can go into each of these and work out whether you want to turn on confidential labels, for example, yes or no. Things like this, you know, this is the Chats Inside Dynamics preview. It is currently only in preview at this point in time. So I say yes, I want to turn that on. That's going to now give us the ability to have a chat. Once you've turned that on, you'll see this little icon up here in the ribbon as well. So once you know it's been enabled, you'll be able to see that. And then obviously the other option in here is, you know, use the record title as the chat default. If you say yes to this, then it will pull through the opportunity title, case title, you name it, and then that will be what you starts off your chat. A couple of things you can then also do down here is obviously natively it will be turned on for all of these entities in here. You could go in here and click add record types, and then you can go and find, you know, I've got a donation entity in here. You can find donation, message preview. You can see quick find active donations. So what this will do, it will just show us what this is going to look like. So whatever fields we've got in this view, if I pick another one, can you see here, this is how the chat's going to come across in Teams. So it'll say, hi, can we chat about this? And then the views that I've got in this inactive donations, or if I went to donations lookup view, you can see it's account, contact, amount, transaction date, payment stuff. This is how it's going to appear within the Teams window. So you can give as much information as you possibly can, taking the field level data from Dynamics to the person in Teams. The benefit of this is that person doesn't have to have a Dynamics 365 license. They can just see the field level data that you're presenting in this manner. And if they were to click on the view details, that would then obviously try and load up the record in Dynamics. Of course, at this point in time, they would then need a license. But it's just a way of going, you know, you can basically put any fields in any view and then use this view to say, okay, this is the data that we're going to present to the person that we're trying to collaborate with. So once we've set all this up and you've saved all this, you then will see this option on all of these tables that you have in here. So if I just flick over here to an existing opportunity that I've got in the system, you can see whenever I'm on here, I just click the little fancy icon now. What this is going to now do, it's going to show me, so I'm currently logged in as Mark today, and this is Mark's chat. So this is everything that Mark's got going on in Teams currently. Of course, we can see, you know, the statuses of our users. So Fiona's inactive, you know, exactly the same as you'd see if you was actually in Teams itself over here. You'd have all your chats over here in the same way. So really useful, because then it means that you can just go and pick somebody in this list, or you can read your emails from your messages from here, and reply to them from within Dynamics. You can see the little number one, that's telling me I've got one unread. Really useful feature again, I think. But the benefit of doing such is that I might say, okay, well, I need to talk to, say, Fiona or Chris, because these guys are part of the sales team on this opportunity. I can click New Link Chat here. You can see, again, it's putting through the title. So this is that little feature that we said, yes, make sure that's the title of this. That's great. That's in there. I can then just start typing somebody in here. So I said Fiona like that, and then I wanted to say Chris like that. This will actually go and create a new chat group for us. And obviously if we have this ticked, say send introduction message, all those details that we've just, you know, looked at, those fields that are going to come across, will obviously go across to these guys as well. Equally, if I just come off of this, I could have just picked somebody that's already in my list here. So I could say, okay, Fiona, I could click on here and start a linked chat with Fiona in the same manner. And again, you've got the same options. And you see down here, it's going to show you what this is going to look like. By doing so, I just click start chat. This now goes away, pops up this little window down here. And then, you know, we could send a message like so, and then Fiona's going to go and receive this. So receive and end of this, you can see this is Fiona logged in over here. This is what Fiona's seeing. So deployment, you can see when we click onto it, all those details that are coming across. We can see the message below that. And obviously, as I said, if you click on View Details, this will now try and load up in another window, and it will take you straight into the database, and it will take you straight into this individual sales opportunity. Brilliant. Obviously, that is based on them having a Dynamics license. So you can see we can then just start messaging, and then Fiona could message back. Let's just reply. Something along those lines. But what you're seeing then is you're seeing the chat transcript coming in here. This is now linked. So what you can now see is, there's all your day-to-day chats. And then up here, we went on to, say, another opportunity. Let's go on to, say, this one. And you can see this opportunity has also got something linked to it. You can see there's a linked chat here already. So when we click on this linked chat, you can see that on here. If I went on to another one, I can see there's no linked chats. So you can see there's no linked chat. I can create a brand new one if I need to. But going back onto this opportunity, this is always going to be in here. We click on it, and then you can carry on where you left off. So it doesn't really matter if this is a week later or whatever else. It's always in here. A couple of things you can do when you're in here as well is we can link this to a channel. So you can say link this to a channel. If I was to do that, then that would just go into one of my teams over here. It could go into my sales channel. It could go into, wherever I want it to go, this will basically end up. We've also got the ability to filter. So you might just want to filter by, a certain person's name, and then look for the individual chats that you might want to then correspond on. Or you could start a completely brand new chat from here. It doesn't have to be regarding this. You could just go, okay, I just want to chat with, and then you can see this new chat window pops up down here. I could then say I want to speak to my colleague David, for example, and I could then start a chat from within here. Equally, that would then go off, and then you can see that should pop up. There you go. We've got a new chat going over here with David as well. You can see I've got 2 windows open. We've got the ability to have 3 windows open down here at any one time. So I could just double click on a message over here. As soon as you get to your 3 though, and you want to open a 4th one, you can see if I just do this, it just replaces the last one you've got with the new one. So there is a limit at the minute currently on 3 on here. And again, you can keep these open wherever you are. If I just minimize those like so, and I was to go on to something else, you can see that's still at the bottom of my screen. So I can just still pull these up whenever I need to and start carrying on where we left off. If I don't want to then carry on chat with those, I just click on the cross and then I get rid of those. So hopefully you can see how this can be really useful. So you can start talking and you're linking the chats directly to an individual record that you guys might need to talk and collaborate on. I hope you can see how these features are going to be really useful. If you did, please feel free to get in touch if you've got any more questions regarding this at all. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to Preact's YouTube channel if you want to see more videos from Dynamics 365 and the Power Platform in the future.